Hey everyone, how's it going? It is either real Randy Chavez coming at you today with the VeVe OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say, where's Dashi? Dashi is currently in New York, doing the thing. Anywho, we have quite a bit to go over. I missed yesterday's video update live stream. Why? There has been a lot going on, a ton going on. It's going to be an absolute crazy busy week for me. Let's go over some of the things here. All right, VeVe Bulls versus Bears, regulatory easing to help. So one of the things that I had talked about as well was we have the countdown for Earth 2. Their essence is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days away. And 5 days from now, we will likely have essence. I don't know where. Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Mexi. I don't know where they're going, but it's I can't wait to trade. I can't wait to see what's going on. If it starts at like 10 cents, I'll be getting a bunch. Starts at like 50 cents, I won't really buy or sell anything. Starts at a couple dollars, you can be damn sure I'm selling. Just because I have 40,000 of those at $2, that's 80,000. I'll sell about 10, 20 grand worth. Keep the rest for the game, keep the rest for future investing, keep the rest for whatever it is. For OMI though, and honestly, that could surpass OMI's market cap relatively quickly. Market cap of OMI is $179 million. Trading volume is 386,000. We're down about 1.4% on the day. Not really too much to go over as far as OMI. It'll be pretty boring until next month. Like I said, I do believe that we will get OMI to NFT in June. I did say by the end of Q2 or at some point in Q2. I just figured it wouldn't be until the end, which really hoping they get that done. If they can, great. If not, no big deal. You know, we'll see what happens. Or I don't want to say no big deal because they really should have had that done. And with all this talk of them having that as a priority, and then I'm not rolling it out in the first half of the year, that'd be really bad if they didn't get it done. But again, they got about 5 weeks left, so we'll see. Bitcoin down about 1.1% on the day. Ethereum up 2.1%. BNB down 0.5%. Solana down 3. Lido Stake up 2. XRP down 2.4. Dogecoin down 4.5. Toncoin down 11. So Cardano and Avalanche are no longer in the top 10. Toncoin's the 10. Dogecoin's number 9. Meme coins be going crazy. Damn, Dogecoin, $24 billion market cap, and we're just in the beginnings of this bull market. Doge is likely going to go pretty crazy there. What will it get to? I don't know. 50, 100 billion, you know, we'll see. Let's check out what Flow is doing, because I love that Flow. Flow has lost a little bit, down about 3.8% on the day to about 92 cents. Number 7, it tends to float around number 75. It's now number 77. It's been like 73. Another thing I kind of like is Definity. I have a bunch of Definity. Now, not the last 24 hours, but between the last 48 and 96 hours, you know, in those 2 days, in those 48 hours, Definity had about 300,000 in trading. Again, over 2 days, about 100,000 one day and 200,000 the other day. They are less than slightly a $6 million market cap, and they've only had 1,200 in volume the last day. So buyers and sellers have been taking a bit of a break. You know, what happens when they have big announcements. So, I mean, either way, it's a pretty good looking year, up about 220% on the year. Only 50% over the last month, 2 better than over the last 2 weeks, 20% last 7 days. Now, less than 1%. It's up 0.8% on the day. Again, that's one of my biggest positions. That's a lot. and I'll probably get more at some point. We'll see. I'll keep you all posted. All right, we got a lot to go over here. So we'll start off. McFarlane, there was a little bit of, I don't want to say FUD. I don't want to say, well, I guess I'll say would be FUD. Now you had McFarlane go off and McFarlane's one of the most well-respected artists in the world. And it was announced that he got the Marvel license to do a couple of things that he, whatever stuff he had done for them, like back in the day, he's able to go in and make some collectibles from them now. So there's a couple people on Twitter that was just like, oh, Chavez or everyone, I thought Marvel would never give out their license to anyone but VeVe. You know, what is these lies from the team? What is these lies from everyone? Fucking retards. Okay, if they would have looked at the post and dug a little bit deeper, they would have known these are for Todd McFarlane physical collectibles. These are statues that he's making, which is great. We love Todd McFarlane. We love that stuff. And heck, I might even get one myself just because they're really cool. These are in no way any type of digital collectibles. These are in no way any type of NFTs. That is reserved for VeVe. That is something that is reserved specifically for the Ecomi and VeVe companies. No other company's getting that for a long, long time. But again, we're very happy that McFarlane got these licenses over for his physical stuff because he's great at what he does. Anywho, do you? Oh man, oh double man. Yeah, I gotta text him back in a little bit. Blackpink stuff. We'll get to that in a bit. We had somebody, I can't tell who it was. Yeah, it was somebody saying like, what are you selling? Are you buying into something or just lost base and cashing out? There was somebody, I think I'll have his screenshot later. And he sold, I don't know how big of a wallet he was. I don't think he was crazy big because he's not in the top 3 biggest sellers this week. But he sold a bit, and then someone was just like, "Oh, okay. Well, if VeVe's dead, then how are these people selling? You know, who are the buyers if VeVe's dead?" So clearly, there's buyers. Clearly, there's a whole bunch of someone wants to get liquidated. That is music to these buyers' ears. Wes is probably because VeVe has not done much for collectors. Hopefully, that turns around. Like, oh my god, I don't know how some people are just all about me, and getting something for nothing, where it's like, hey, nobody's forcing you to buy these collectibles. Anyway, let's move on here. How many dishes? All right, Cryptoys had Grogu. Yeah, they had Grogu, they had Mando, and they had Bo-Katan. So it is 10,000 per character. So volume. So there are 10,000 Grogus out there. Now there are different rarities of Grogu. 10,000's a lot. I don't see that ever selling out. Well, maybe not now. Maybe in the future that does sell out for them. But yeah, there's not a ton of, like, if people think that VeVe Blackpink has been failing when they gross around 275,000 the last couple of days, I don't know what they're thinking with Cryptoys, which again, really hoping that their marketplace comes together soon and all that. Tony does not see. All right, so we have some words here saying the company does not get such big IP every day. So I think the number one focus for a couple of weeks is the Blackpink campaign. Continuously and tirelessly work on many of the users onboarding. Many of them are sleeping less than 4 hours a day to work on this. I think all hands on deck with numerous marketing campaigns and drops to drive toward goals. Perhaps best not to flood the inbox and distract them with questions and other things for the next 5 to 7 days. Okay. There is yeah. And I understand, okay, they did all this marketing. They got tens of thousands of new followers over on Instagram. I assume more on other places as well, TikTok, Facebook, X, whatever. But how many of those translated to new accounts and signups? How many of those people got a new collectible? I think there was maybe like 500 people that got a new collectible out of that. What we don't know is how many signups there actually were and how many people will buy something eventually. That will be remain to see. However, if anyone recalls, there was a conversation with Mr. MC1 quite a while ago, and he had met with David in Austin in March, spoke to him at length about the Master Collector program, level 100, etc., all those things. But he had also said that kind of before he got into that conversation, David told him, OMI is my priority for 2024. That is his top overall priority. So, and we've seen a couple things with that already, and we'll likely see more in a bit. The VeVe Gold and Silver logo reached $6,900 the other day. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. And then we had there's one person selling it now for $45.45, I think. So if anyone wants to get that, that's $2,400 below the next spot over. So just throwing that out there. Oh my God, when somebody says like, oh, I really like VeVe. I wish it was profitable to participate more. Yet he buys stuff on Cryptoys and they don't even have a marketplace. But again, that marketplace should be coming soon. The Earth 2 network is advertising on Pi, which is really interesting. So Earth 2 advertising on the Pi network. Pi network has 3+ million users. I used to be one of those. I still have it. But it's just you need everybody in your group to KYC in order to get, like, I have like a ton of points, like tens of thousands of points. if everyone were to go in and KYC, but like nobody's doing that. For whatever reason, people don't want to take the 3 minutes to do that. But if they do, I'm rich AF. Fantastic Four number 49 is dropping on VeVe on Wednesday on the 29th, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. According to Go Collect, there are only 2 9.8 graded books. The most recent sale back in 2022 went for $192,000. That's a lot. That is a lot. So I think this one will actually be pretty good. Might be a good flip as well. Storm. There was a sub 100 Storm for $29.99. I got her. Why? Because Storm is awesome. Sub 100 Marvel Mighties, under 30 gems. I tend to buy them all, just because they're all pretty scarce. Anywho, moving on. Oh yeah, somebody sold a Hawkeye. Now, not the first appearance Hawkeye. That goes to the statue, the Hawkeye statue. But a first appearance, or not a first appearance, a sub 100 Hawkeye Marvel Mighty. It says $18.30, but it was $1.70 in fees, so it's actually $20. If anyone wants to sell me a sub 100 Marvel Mighty for $20, I'll buy them all. I'll buy every single one. Also, I reached level 60. Shout out to me. I thought that was pretty fun. Yep, level 60, over 1 million points. I can die happy now. That's fine. Oh, Pikachu. Storm stuff. Oh, and there's a symbiote sub 100 number 78 I bought for $28 because again, and typically a lot of sub 100s under $30 for Marvel Mighties I'll take. All right, so there was somebody posting a video about David talking about saying VeVe is not a blockchain company. And I think what people are really misinterpreting about this is that, like, oh, that means VeVe NFTs aren't NFTs. Okay. When Tesla goes and say that we're not a car company, we're a software company, what does that mean? It means that the primary thing that they do is build software, but they just happen to sell cars, and the software is in the cars. It's basically a computer on wheels. And they do a bunch of other stuff. There's a bunch of pretty much startups inside of Tesla. So when David goes and says that VeVe is not a blockchain company, they aren't. They use blockchain technology. That's different. Obviously, you have a bunch of fudders and a bunch of low IQ people trying to spin things and confuse people, but they're just a high-end digital collectibles company that uses the blockchain, which is fine. Again, just trying to provide some clarity there. First came, yeah. So back in the day, listen, first came OMI, and then VeVe. There were no plans for KYC or AML on VeVe at all at first. The decision to take VeVe down the KYC and AML path was a very major one, and one that VeVe chose. Now, in some people's opinion, VeVe made an excellent choice, and subsequently many other companies have followed. OMI is a utility token with utility on a KYC and AML platform, also required to be integrated thoughtfully and compliantly in the new environment. It's a big change. Restructuring the entire app and platform to be compliant with KYC and AML in a large number of countries was a large body of work, and you can't just connect OMI in when that was going on. And once that was done, OMI had to be brought in such a way that it is compliant with laws and regulations in every jurisdiction that VeVe operates in, states, provinces, not just one country. So the development happens after that's all figured out. Meantime, exchanges were getting sued, and Ecomi had to be extremely cautious since their plan is to have Ecomi have utility in VeVe. So they have thoughtfully worked out access in the US with OMI and Base, while major US exchanges can come on. Also brought in some international ones as well. Anyway, you can go back to 2018 and say, give me all the things in a non-KYC and AML environment and features related to that, and it's just not going to happen. Things have changed for regulatory reasons or caution. Also, you can say it should have been done in 12 to 24 months, and okay, sure, maybe so. But here we are, and the team is significantly larger and working on 2 key things: more access to OMI globally, and utility on VeVe, the biggest of which is OMI to NFT, is a top priority, and that is imminent. Again, I think we get that in June. If not, it'll be Q3. But if you want a detailed roadmap, and unfortunately, that's something that's just not going to happen, as the team has chosen not to release a detailed roadmap, just key priorities. Want a white paper? Good question. And perhaps someone in the team can answer that at some point. Mr. JR Reloaded says, VeVe could easily convert the leads received from Blackpink marketing into business opportunities by promptly partnering with Korean YouTubers to explain how the collectibles market works, the relevance of first appearance, and other pertinent topics. I thought that was a great idea, so I figured I'd read that right now. And again, that's from the MJ Reloaded. I thought that was a really good idea. So comment down below if you think so as well. One of the other things that I had wanted to go over was something I had written a couple months ago, saying I have a couple ideas for VeVe and Ecomi that I think would help them grow at a quicker pace and breathe life into the OMI token. Raising capital. No one sees this as an issue because VeVe has consistently grossed millions per month since 2021, and they're using those funds to hire more people and to grow. But imagine how much quicker they could scale if VeVe were to raise 50 or 100 million. David and Dan likely won't sell the company for a long time, but I think selling a small piece to Apple, Microsoft, or any other company close to $1 trillion would benefit them greatly when trying to grow as a company. And influencer marketing, with Mr. MJ Reloader was talking about. Now, I'm not talking about traditional marketing like Facebook and Instagram ads like they've been doing, or Google AdWords, or even the stuff they've been doing for Blackpink, which hasn't really worked. I'm talking about influencers. Back when Logan Paul, Crypto R Us, and Ben Armstrong were talking about us all the time, we saw a huge influx of people. I'm not saying to get those guys again, but if you launch a referral code program, or if anyone buys gems from the web app using your referral code and uses those gems in the store, you can get 3% of what they spent. Now, Earth2 did this with a 5% referral code, and they sold nothing but tiles on a screen with nothing on them. They also made tens of millions doing so. So if we have referral codes, influencers will market for you. You have Mr. Beast, who created a successful burger joint when the first burger was okay. Why? It's because he had 1 billion followers. First chocolate bar he had was not good. I know. I tried it. So how did it become the #1 chocolate bar in America? Because he had 1 billion followers. Why did Penn Gaming buy Barstool Sports? Because they needed content creators. Launching an ambassador program or buying content creation company would be the most efficient way to do this. I think because influencers are more efficient at building and distributing consumer goods. Reward them with a percentage of what is spent, and everyone and their sister will be sharing their code and getting their followers to spend money. David Yu said he wanted hundreds of thousands of more active users in a few years. This is how we get them, not what they've been doing. Again, that's just my opinion. Could be wrong. VeVe posts, be in to win one of 50 Blackpink prizes with our In Your Aria giveaway. Prize will include 6 signed Born Pink albums, Blackpink tote bags, bucket hats, and more. Just create an AR photo or video with any Blackpink digital collectible, or feature them in some digital art. You have to post it down in the comment below from VeVe Digital Collectibles. They reshare this like once every other day, so it should be pretty easy to find. You have to post it with the hashtag VeVe in your Aria, and then tag a friend, and then VeVe Official as well. Now, you must be following VeVe Official on X or Instagram to be eligible to win. VeVe team will judge the best out of 50 entries from X and Instagram winners, and they'll be announced by 20 June 2024. What else do we have here? All right, so somebody said in a group I'm in the other day, well, as for the OMI token, nothing's been achieved. OMI has 0 utility. Well, if anyone's listened to Mr. MC1 and Dr. Profit's interview on the Ecomi Discord the other week, OMI Rewards Season 1 has been done. Chat with Foster, that 2,000 people joined. OMI listed on BitGet. OMI Rewards Season 2 is upon us. We have bronze tickets from OMI, it's upon us, that we've already gotten, one of them. MEXC and related spaces. We've had Ecomi logos. Those were airdropped to us. Learn more about the OMI token link tree. You have OMI on base. You have Q&A coming up on OMI and OEP priorities. So if people haven't really read those or listened to those in lieu of it, follow people intentionally twisting words or just plain creating FUD for whatever reason, I think people are really missing that info, and that'd be really, really good for them to get educated on. Whether they do that or not, that's up to them. Let's see what we got here. We have somebody else saying those are great utilities that will show a lot more importance as the NFT narrative comes back into play. When does that narrative come back? It could be a month from now. It could be 9 months from now. We don't know. But Foster has stated multiple times that OMI is a huge focus for this year. They've already demonstrated that, and I believe they'll continue to do so. I think we're in a great spot. VeVe continues to unveil piece by piece that they are building something bigger than I think anyone ever imagined when they first joined, at least for me. But OMI is a cryptocurrency. Ecomi absolutely has to be aware of these regulations. Ask me on Wednesday when we have the OMI as my homie channel. Dr. Stuff will be back on. He's very good at talking about that type of thing. Anywho, Victor Wembanyama is a huge Star Wars fan. I guess he plays for the Antonio Spurs. First purchase with his first NBA check was reportedly a $850 Millennium Falcon Lego set. Favorite Star Wars film was Revenge of the Sith. Empire Strikes Back was his top 3 films. He doesn't count the sequel trilogy as Star Wars, which is great. So I think when you have someone like this, it might be good to maybe don't like spam him, but whenever he comments on something, like, hey, heard you like Star Wars, and then just put out a Luke Skywalker animated, or an ultra rare Vader animated. All right, so we have. All right, we got. I won't give out this person's name because this is I don't understand it. Teenagers are notorious for this, but you have dumb adults in general that just brag about their crimes. And for the life of me, I cannot figure out why. Like, I don't know what happened in our evolutionary past to make people want to just commit to, or just admit to crimes that they've done. I'm just throwing that out there. Anyway, we have somebody post on the VeVe Collectibles and Friends page. So there's been a lot of negativity in the NFT market, but last night the Pinnacle Discord was on fire and the trading event was a huge success. One of my buddies sold 3 pins for $750 off market. I think Dapper is innovative and continue to do what they think is best for the community. They don't need Korea to save them. Congrats on the big night. Can't wait until the market actually opens. Okay, well, how do you sell something for $750 during a trading event? I'm assuming they wash traded a pin that nobody really wants with a really good one. And then the buddy of his that he refers to probably paid him cash, which in my opinion has got to be against terms of service. And the whole reason VeVe hasn't been able to do this with AML compliance. But again, yeah, I'm sure bragging about that on social media is probably the best route to go. Great job. What we got here? So we had somebody say like, hey, VeVe official, the app shows Blackpink Lisa drop as sold out, like right after it happened, but then minutes later it changed back to available. What's going on here? So you had My Collectibles come out and say, and My Collectibles, the VeVe community manager, he said, this is simply the reservations. So if a user doesn't complete the sale, it goes back in the inventory after the 15 minutes. People are reserving but not completing the sale, and it's always been that way. So just be advised. Euro goes out and states, I understand there's a lot of FUD with VeVe recently, and I can understand everyone has different expectations. However, let's compare the best NFT platform, best in quotations, to VeVe, and please tell me why VeVe is dead and OpenSea is not. And they just go and they show that OpenSea clocked in 141,570 total transactions over the past month. Meanwhile, VeVe processed 157,463 transactions during the same period. So yeah, I understand that 100%. King Mav says, when Mr. Market showers gifts, you accept. Hard part of sorting out the few gems among the numerous pebbles. If you know, you know. And he's showing that he had 10 Amazing Fantasy 15 ultra rares that he had bought recently. Shout out to him for that. Breaking, Donald Trump says, I'm very positive and open-minded to crypto companies. Our country must be the leader in the field. There is no second place, end quote. So this kind of goes in line with what he's said about being America first, and whether you love him, whether you hate him, whether you're somewhere in between, I think we can expect people to be themselves. And what I mean by that is, outside of certain criticisms that Trump may or may not deserve, he does seem to really love America. Now, does he use that as a guise because he hates other countries? America's just okay? No, I actually think he does love America. I don't think you go through all this because you only think it's okay. I've never met the man. Hopefully will one day. But it just makes some poetic sense what he's saying. Okay, well, why would you want China, a company that he's clearly not a big fan of, Why would you want them to be the forefront of this new emerging technology? And why not America? It just only makes sense to have America be the forefront of that. I'm not saying who I want as president. Will Trump be better for my wallet? Absolutely. And, goes a point to him. I won't really get too political with this post here, unless if everyone wants to comment down below, I'll read the responses to a status I made the other day, and that was wild. But crypto people are paying attention, and crypto people are likely going to vote Trump. So are certain libertarians. Anywho, moving on here. I don't know if I can go over that table. I think the Blackpink stuff is done as far as people. Yeah, I think the Blackpink stuff is done as far as crafting. At least the first stuff. They have other things to craft later this week with the Blackpink cards. I might craft a couple. I might keep the cards. I'll keep y'all posted. Trump again. So somebody says for their sold out and not sold out stuff, notice that good feedback. Maybe it should say sold out. Maybe it should say something like calculating until it's officially sold out. Users see that and go away. Many also don't understand the market and that they can enter it. So Mike Logical says, well, we are reviewing all aspects of current drop process, including the 15-minute reservation window, the new 12-hour waitlist joining feature, and much more. Thank you for the feedback. VeVe Digital Collectibles has Marvel's Fantastic Four number 9 from 1961, number 50. It's something that only has 2,500 editions. It's a big key comic for Marvel and also concludes the Galactus trilogy. Comics and Crypto are actually offering oh no, that's a different one. Yeah, it's a different one. So Comics and Crypto are going to offer a $1,000 bounty on the number 1966 publishing mint for Fantastic Four 48. Common and uncommon dropping on VeVe Official. If it's a rare or ultra rare or a secret rare, they're open to negotiation. But that's the year. So they're looking for that. The coming of Galactus for that one. That comes out tomorrow, I believe. I'll check that right now just to keep y'all posted. Ooh. Where am I here? All right, no market, no store. Yeah, this comes out in. Oh no, it's not tomorrow. It's 1 day and 14 hours. So it comes out on Tuesday. Huzzah. Let me get back to my friend Nick here, who said like, "Hey, I think it'll be coming back. Wonder since it's been gone so long." I know this said this before, but I'm thinking this weekend, getting big money in 2 days should be done. Oh God, sorry. Should be done with everything by Friday or Saturday. Okay. Moving on. Foster Hill goes and says, hey, I'm super stoked to see Cryptoys rolling out interoperability. People forget that VeVe's relationship with Disney was formed at a much different time as far as regulations and comfort of mainstream companies in crypto. This move shows that they are becoming more comfortable, and that is good for everyone, meaning we should get interoperability at some point, at least with Disney. Crypto Cashflow says exactly. Part of me thinks that this is their way of testing out interoperability on a small scale and see how well that goes. Then giving the green light for major platforms like VeVe. Foster Hilt said that would be awesome for sure, and I agree. We have AWCTV says, you're basically saying regulations became clearer. Okay, so first excuse, licensors equals false. Second excuse, regulations equal clearer. But what's the excuse now? I think this person's just trying to be difficult, but let's see what Foster says. Says, I have no idea what the reason is or was, as I don't work for VeVe, but it doesn't take a genius to surmise that regulations becoming clear is a net benefit to the entire space, and that a licensor like Disney may not have been comfortable dabbling in this 3 years ago, though. Think you might be a bit confused, as what I'm saying is that a licensor can be concerned about regulations and the role that crypto plays in an ecosystem in general, therefore not wanting to participate until getting that clarity. Personally, I don't like what the reason was, or I don't care what the reason was. I would just like to see it happen on the platform moving forward. And I'm hopeful that a step like this moves us in that direction, and I believe it will. CryptoCam says, can VeVe just announce that the OMI token and crypto is no longer in their plan and just get on with building VeVe company and platform? It's just holding everything back at this point, and we all know it. I'd rather have one succeed than both fail, as if VeVe that makes, again, millions of dollars per month is in danger of failing. I had no idea. Foster Hill says, you want us to start lying to placate people who simply aren't paying attention? I'll pass. Obviously, this CryptoCam person has no idea what they're talking about, and obviously hearing it straight from the horse's mouth that Foster Hill is not going to lie. They're not going to go on and say something just to appease a couple of fudders, and they're only going to tell the truth, which I like. I love seeing these memes. These memes are great. Sergio goes and posts, finally, $7 comic, 2,500 editions, a good comic at a good price and supply. The last time a 9.8 of this grade of this book sold was for $35,850 back in 2016. Today, Sergio thinks it would go for at least double at $70,000. It's a key issue, iconic cover by Jack Kirby, classic Battle of Silver Surfer for Galactus, third appearance of Silver Surfer, second appearance of Galactus, first appearance of Wyatt Wingfoot, and an ally of the Fantastic Four, introduction of the Ultimate Nullifier, a weapon created by the Watchers. Gotta love the Watchers. So yeah, people are super pumped on that. I know I've been going on for 31 minutes already, but oh god, I spilled a little bit on my blankie. No. Okay. But we have to go over the top 500 VeVe hodlers and sellers. So you have Graz, which sold 37 collectibles. You had eNasty 0230 that sold 76. And then you had Michael Campa that sold double what numbers 2 and number 3 sold. Michael Campa had sold 206 collectibles. Now, he's in the number 14 wallet. He still has over 10,000 collectibles, even after selling 206, which is wild. But then you have Bezojman, number 1 wallet, bought 327. That 327 is more than the number 1, 2, and 3 sellers on this list. Then you had Kirby, which bought 299 more than Bezojman, getting up to 626. He's the number 19 wallet, has 7,955 collectibles now. By the way, Bezojman has 49,547. He will reach 50,000 collectibles in the next 2 weeks. And Bounder Yo, which bought 668 collectibles, he's the number 8 wallet on VeVe, having 14,107 collectibles. Absolutely bananas. Absolutely bananas. And then you have the top wallets here, the top 500. You need a minimum of 1,487 in order to get on those top wallets, which is, again, absolutely bananas. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. Happy Memorial Day, or everyone on F down below to pay respects to all those. Let me do something else here real quick. Going to you, according to you. Sorry, I'm gonna go onto my. I hate YouTube is really hecking up lately, and I'm not sure why. But I'm gonna go over and I'm going to ask everyone to do something on their YouTube in a second. Yes, here it is. If y'all can go smash that like button, it's a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways of Patreon, smash the super thanks button down below, super chats as well. Okay, let's get to the comments here. Energy, what's going on? Peace, man. Abe says, I'm here ready after. Let's freaking go, Chavez. Let's go, Abe. Yeah. Jason Pena 2000, thank you so much for being a member. Hey, yo, for be thick out her. But do be thick out her. It'll continue to be thick. I would say all it just takes, OMI goes up a little bit, OMI to NFT, things get bought. It shouldn't be here for too much longer. Now, moving on. Connor, waves, hi. Hey, Randy. Oh, hi, Connor. Yeah. Jordan Reed says, yo, my man. Yo, what up, girl? Girl, tell me something, girl. Bill Garner says, what up, what up? Howdy, howdy. George says, yo, BG. Nora says, the Bears and the Bulls are battling it out. Me and Cavell were just going. I don't know why people still listen to him or interact with him, but Bill Garner, you do you, man. You gotta do what feels right. VGU Cisco says, hello, all. Why, hello. Video Games Underground. Sounds fun. I was with a couple people yesterday chatting about my nerd tattoos and gaming, and it was fun. And Crown J's X and in my collectibles videos had a bunch of bot comments like the "I love you BP" and so on. BP. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, maybe. So we've had a couple of videos on YouTube that have gotten a couple 100,000 views, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, obviously it sucks when the majority of them are bots. Ugar says, "What up, Riz?" Ibrahim Arbar says, "Essence price on launch day." I would say between 10 and 50 cents. Because all right, there's what 3 billion that are supposed to be out there. Now, obviously, that's the max supply. Um, the circulating supply is a couple 100 million. So I would say, yeah, 10 cents is probably the lower end of what I would expect. But Power 2 is so huge. We'll see. It says Essence will be a juggernaut. It will. I don't know what it does at first. I don't know what it'll do after a couple of weeks. It'll likely be a ping pong wild ride of sorts, and then it'll find its trading. It'll find whatever, and then we'll see. Lars says I'm camping and it's raining, so gotta hang with the VeVe fam. Oh yeah. Thank you for joining us while you're on your camping trip. It means a lot. Tell everyone I said hey. Hi. Meow meow meow. Video Games Underground Cisco says, I know it's kind of flown under the radar, but I want to put out that that the free Comic Days comic have some really low purchased editions. Ooh, can't wait. Can't wait. Charles is chilling in 110-degree Texas weather. Damn, that's hot. I was actually chilly here for the first time in a while. In Ohio, it's been 80s every day, but it was a little windy, a little rainy, and I was a little chilly. Obviously now got a jacket on, so it's always a little cooler downstairs. Jordan says, "Dan camping in the rain sucks." Sometimes I feel manly. I feel manly in the rain. Get my whiskey, nature. Oh, when is Pineapple Gang coming back? When is Non-Fungible Wonderful coming back? Out of nature. Love that, man. Bogar says, yeah, just started, so not too bad, but probably no campfire. Yeah, it'd be hard. Jory is selling my house to buy OMI, Chuck, MCade, and Bitcoin. Okay. Respect. No, yeah, need a fire for camping. I've gone camping about 5 or 6 times last 12 months. So fun. I used to go camping every year. A bunch of political activists, this thing called Pork Fest. And my God, those were absolutely wild times. And I love them. I love those wild times. I miss those times. It's like that quote, like, I wish you knew you were in the good old days when you were still in the good old days. That was that was fun. Creepiest mythical creatures from each state. Oh, all right, hold on. We gotta get to West Virginia because West Virginia's got the Mothman. Oh my God, West Virginia's got to have a W. Oh, there's Virginia. QRTUVW. Okay, West Virginia. Mothman. We have him on VeVe. Maybe is not financial advice. Yeah, no, never financial advice. Never. Jordan Reese says always. Okay, Jordan. This Pine Rob says, bam! Yo, what up, girl? Sell the house. Yeah, sell the house. Listing within 2 weeks. All right, so figure it lists in June, you sell it July, you get the money in August, give or take. It's happening. I don't know what the real estate market is there. Houses here sell inside of a month. Nice. Find a profit. What up? That's because it's the land down under. Yes. Smash. I thought when you said smash, I thought you just looked at my face and just commented smash because we're playing pass or smash, but you meant smash the like button, which I understand. Do that too. Destroy the like button. Destroy it. Oh God, what am I thinking of? Oh, it was one of those. What are those pouches like the Tropicana, the tropical fruit, the drinks, fruit by the foot, fruit by the pouch, and they had those crazy commercials like respect the pouch, respect it. Anyway, Bill Gardner saying, where women glow and men plunder. Oh, is that the land down under? Oh, yes, that makes sense. I see the rhyme. Can't you hear? Can't hear that thunder. Better run. Better take cover. I don't know the song. I assume it's a song. Photos that show the transaction numbers also show the unique wallet numbers, and they are very far off as well. What photos were we talking about? Hang on. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. I think I understand. Thought on Nick Fuentes. I'm going to go onto my Google here and type in Nick Fuentes because I feel like he's an American far right political commentator and live streamer who's known as for his white supremacist and misogynistic, homophobic and anti-Semitic and as Islamic views. I can't help but think this is written from somebody on the far left, but let's keep reading. The former YouTuber, his channel was permanently terminated in February 2020 for violating YouTube speech's hate policy. Really curious what he said. What it has promoted conspiracy theories. I like against Jew. Okay, no, against Jewish people. Okay, I don't do that. Has denied the okay, this guy sounds. If what this Wikipedia article says is true, then this guy sounds like an a-hole. Advocates for the genocide of just okay, yeah, this guy sounds like an absolute grade a-hole. All right, this is I really questioning the validity of this article because it says Fuentes identifies as a member of the incel movement. Why anyone would actively claim membership to that is beyond me because I'm really thinking that this article is written by someone that hates him and maybe he's done maybe half the stuff. But again, I don't know any of this person. So sounds like an a-hole. But you know, I don't know. That's just the way it sounds. Yeah. Anyway. Palmer says Trump, baby. I think Trump was good last time for lots of reasons. Maybe a couple of things that I wouldn't have done if I were him, but again, he's got more access to more information than I do. Maybe some of those decisions were made based off that. I don't know. But yeah, comment down below if you want me to read those. I might read those responses anyway. We love humans who love animals, but we hate my country. We love humans who love animals, but we hate my country. I don't know what that's from, but I'm curious. Crypto MF in the house. In the house. Latin Prophet says, countries are government owned. Who can love such blasphemy? Okay, I see what you did there. I'm tracking. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Lagarde says, in my opinion, there's no other option for president, but Biden shut off my personal gas contracts, cost me over 100,000. Oh, damn. Okay, yeah, I can understand why you salted. I'd be salted too. Protein shake, so good, girl. Haha, BG, you're funny. Got to have you on the show again. Oh, we love BG. Love him. And time, bro. I'm ready. Got to get into conspiracy stuff, bro. Yeah, love conspiracy stuff. Oh my god, dude, TikTok is like the best thing for those. It's so good. Well, maybe like Reddit, like r/conspiracy theories. Those are good too. George says if rain isn't on tomorrow, maybe you can come on. I can give you a 1 hour warning. Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of times Jordan doesn't give us the link until like 15 minutes before we're allowed to go online. So we have 15 minutes to go in and advertise everywhere. But it's his show. He can do what he wants. Palma says, so mint 1966? Yes. That was 10K. There's two different ones. One's 10K and one's 25K. Or one's 10,000, one's 2,500. Video Games Underground Cisco says, I really like that VeVe has the comics that it does. I think it's cool that we can read them. I just hate that people try to associate their value-wise with the real versions. Yeah, I mean, there's certainly some things that really don't translate one-to-one, but that's kind of the best we have so far. What are we, dude? It's the week's been crazy, and the week's only going to get crazier. I'm not resting. I'm not resting this whole week. I guess this counts as resting, right? We're just talking. We're chilling. We're sitting down. Mara says, I'm starting to get the Cavell with the who's Cavell meme. He's butthurt. Oh, yeah, I could see what you're drinking. Premier Protein vanilla flavor, with nutrients for immune health support. It's got some calcium, some vitamin D, but like oh, okay, hang on here. Okay, yeah, we got 50% vitamin C, 25% vitamin A, E, thiamine, K, riboflavin, B6, B12, folate. Oh, good. I need folate. 25% pretty much everything. I don't even know some of these things. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Dark Latte say, remember the Disney X Epic Games collab 3 months ago? Yeah. I remember when they posted that video. David had reposted it. Everyone was talking about it. If this is something to do with VeVe or not, but companies are moving towards this direction, it's good to see and is excited what they're going to show. Yeah, agreed. That Disneyverse, metaverse that they're doing with Epic is likely something that, again, is just going to bring a lot of people to the space. And I think one of the things, from what people have shared publicly about the VeVeverse, we know that everything looks great, right? And if everything looks so great, then maybe it's going to be hard to do this type of VeVeverse thing where everything looks absolutely fantastic. Because if it's so high quality, it's going to be hard to render. So maybe for parts of the VeVeverse, you'll have things that are going to be low, like lower resolution. I don't know, but yeah, this is obviously going to be good for the space. I think that because Epic has that relationship with Cavernous, and obviously Cavernous is building the VeVeverse, they're likely going to be interoperable. Like you'll likely be able to go between them. I don't know how they'll do that, but it seems to me that that would make sense. But again, just my opinion. Pasternak 88 says all VeVe needs to do is figure out how to get people to see value in NFTs. Well, just in the collectibles, yeah. Everyone I mentioned NFTs to says they know nothing about them and don't care about them. They're just not ingrained into society yet. They will be, and people will care about them without knowing that they're caring about them. If this is Randy, you're the man. Everything equal. What would Dashi buy right now? Partner Statue or OMI? Well, let's say like 30K for Dashi if I was selling Dashi. I'm working on a separate deal to get a lot of OMI. I would probably buy more. I would probably buy other stuff. Because once you get up to 200 million, is probably enough. 200 million OMI, probably a good amount. And yeah. So I guess, but I don't know. I wouldn't get a partner set. I would probably get, if I had to go between just Ecomi and just VeVe, I guess a partner statue because I don't have one and I already have so much OMI. And partner statue, it's forever. It's definitely not the true Nick Fuentes. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Friends with Kanye and Alex Jones. All right. Well, conspiracy theories, obviously I like. Yeah, so it sounded like that article was just a bunch of hooey then, right? I'm gonna do the animal charity once OMI hits $1. I'm not gonna wait until $1. I'll start it much sooner. I'll start it at like 40 cents, 45 cents. And I'll start the groundwork there. I don't need to wait till it hits $1. I'll start it earlier. Now, ours is American first and supporter of Trump. Those accusations were from a liberal. Yeah, I'm imagining that entire article was mostly fabricated. Just got reinstated on Twitter. Oh, very nice, very nice. I'm gonna see what his Twitter looks like. I'm gonna see what he actually says, coming from the horse's mouth. Where is he? If I type in, or is it Nicholas J. Fuentes? All right. Well, first post on May 4th says, 7 years ago, I was canceled by Ben Shapiro at age 18 because I said he put Israel first instead of America. 5 years ago, I was canceled by Charlie Kirk. I don't know who that is. Because I questioned his support for mass migration, gay pride, and their Israel lobby. Now everyone sees that I was right. I don't know. Okay, he's sounding very controversial and obviously a little jaded. Yeah, not a not. I don't think it's a good start right now, but we'll see. All right? So Curtis Yarvin used an extended Lord of the Rings metaphor. Oh, I like Lord of the Rings to express his belief that non-Jews are incapable of governing themselves and therefore must always be ruled by Jews. What? Yarvin is considered the court philosopher of Peter Thiel and nucleus of his extensive. All right, what did he say? Hobbits do not need to be in charge. Hobbits do not want to rule the world, should not want to rule the world, and could not rule the world. Hobbits do not even need to be governed by hobbits. They just need to be governed as hobbits. Governing them as elves, though, generates significant irritation and is best regarded as hobbit abuse. I have no idea what I'm reading here. Well, I know what I'm reading, but you know what I mean. Even by taking absolute power, the hobbits cannot win. They would soon lose it. To win, hobbits have to do something harder than taking absolute power. They need to take absolute power, but then they need to give absolute power. Oh, give it to someone that can rule for them. Okay, yeah. Hobbits can only win by taking power from one group of elves, then giving it to another group of elves. Let's call these groups the high elves and the dark elves. This is a wild parallel. These dark elves are the allies hobbits need to get the quality of government they deserve. Hobbits will always be governed by elves, but they need to be governed by elves who respect hobbits, as well as elves, dwarves, orcs. Otherwise, the Valar are offended. The Valar do not approve of the hobbit abuse. It's really not a good idea to offend the Valar. Well, I understand what you're saying with hobbits because the different species, like there's hobbits, there's men, there's wizards, there's orcs, there's elves, there's dwarves, a shit ton of other creatures. Yarvin doesn't explicitly say who the elves and hobbits are, so it's fairly open to interpretation. I would say it's a lot of interpretation, and maybe he's not reaching. Maybe it's something that he knows, but Steve Japinski was the founder of Zionist Terror. All right, is he Jewish? He's really obsessed with the Jewish people. I would. My friend Tara says if you were canceled, I want to follow you. Which okay, I see that, but it's just a lot of posts about Jewish people in like the last like 12 hours, and it's like my first opinion is like, bro, why are you obsessed? I don't even know if I want to go further. All right, one more post. Legacy of George Floyd has been 4 years of unrestricted carjacking, smash and grab robberies, teen takeovers, and gun violence. American cities have become totally uninhabitable because it isn't politically correct to enforce law against black people. Okay, this sounds like he's just always wanting to pick a fight. Let me break this down, see if there's any validity to this response. Oh, fudge. All right, this is... I'm trying not to get canceled here. There is some form of truth to these things where, oh, they're peacefully protesting. Cars and buildings go on fire and tens of millions in property damage, if not billions in property damage. Understand, some people look the other way on certain things, and they only choose to... Some people choose to prosecute against one group and not the other. Understand that. But yeah, this person just is really controversial. I don't know if this person has any ill intent. Clearly, well, he doesn't say he doesn't like any of these other groups. He's just saying that America should be first. And yeah, sure, if you're an American, I don't want to sound ethnocentric, but yeah, you should want America to be first. America is mostly a good country. Yeah, I don't know. Fairly neutral opinion. A little too controversial for me, but fairly neutral opinion. Abraham R. says, I think I missed this, but again, Essence price predict on launch. I would say 10 to 50 cents in that range is my guess, but it could be much higher. It could be lower. I don't know. That's just a guess. Gar says, I'm saying at least $1 on launch, or $1.50 for... Oh, that wouldn't be bad. That would not be bad. So a couple thousand $1. And then if it goes down to like 20 cents, I'll take those gains and I'll buy back. So there's a 250 million, could say you have a $250 million, and that sounds better. It's true. Yeah, a lot. We'll see. And says, I feel like Randy is starting a crypto Bilderberg group in Ohio. Well, I'm doing something here. I'm definitely doing something here. I am definitely doing something here. Isn't there a community video coming out for VeVe soon? I think I heard it somewhere. Do you remember them saying it? Maybe. I don't remember, though. So, I don't know. All right, Evan says, because of the dip, I'm able to hit my goal of 100 Fantastic Four #1 comics. My man. Heckin' bruh. Get that bread. There goes, I got like 10 plus Lisa signatures. What am I did? Dude, I don't know. I have one. I have one of her signatures. Let's go to these cards here. And let's see what they're worth. I put in cards. I'm getting all these House of Cards stuff. Should I have put signatures? Is that the okay? What? Okay, not cards. It should be card singular. And so we got here. All right, Jenny. The Jenny card is going for $31. The Jisoo card is going for, I'm going to guess less, $21. I have one of those, but I paid 30 for it. Lisa is going for 27. She's the most popular. And then you have Rose that is going for 31. Yeah, this is interesting. All right, let's go to Jenny and see how many of these were minted. Let's say 23. So let's say like 1,100. So 1,100 of the Jennies were crafted. The Jisoo's, I'm going to guess, is a bit more. But let's take a look. Out of 2390, keep 40, 23. Oh, wow. Literally been 2,000 of those Jisoo's that have been. Okay. All right. That's interesting. There's going to be a lot of those cards left over. That's probably going to go down. And then you have a 2350. Okay. So about 1,100, a little less than 1,100, about 1,070 of the Lisa Venom cards. Okay. Okay. And then Rose. Let's see what Rose is. How many of the cards have been crafted? And about 800. About 818. So the Rose cards, yeah, those might be a little bit different. No, I didn't want to. Streaming. We'll watch in a bit. Okay. Rose. Because I don't hear anything that controversial about what he says yet. It's just he was insinuating a couple of things. And maybe that was just me looking at it as like, oh, people are going to get offended by this because it sounds like, or it could be interpreted like, is there anything inherently wrong with what he says? No, it's just the impression that he's leaving is a little bit too, and again, maybe I'm just getting a little too, not soft, just a little bit too middle of the road. And, you know, in my old age, and I just don't want any drama, you know, hard to argue. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Did your price prediction for this run change? No, again, the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. We've been here for quite a while. I would say 8 to 10 cents is fairly reasonable. Yeah, you got Crypto Rain. That's like, bro, Crypto Rain's thinking that we have like a 70% chance to get to like 30 cents. I was like, you understand how absolutely insane that sounds? And he's just like, trust me. I was like, okay, okay. You know, I put it personally at like a 5 to 10% chance we hit 30 cents. I feel like that's maybe a little bit more lenient, maybe like 5%, probably fair. Why is my spider sense tingling about some OMI update in a month? Yeah, we should have an update or OMI to NFT in June. Even if we don't get it in June and we get it by July, but they just let us know in June, that would be my guess. If they delay it and they delay it a little bit, and the delay is from, you know, Q2 to Q3, as long as they come with that like by July. Listen, if we're in August and we don't have any OMI to NFT, I will no longer buy OMI. I will consistently buy other things, because like if you're going like more than half the year without getting that is a big red flag. Sweet Chow says, just tried to swap my Chuck into OMI on base, but there's a little 92% slippage. Oh my god, is that for Chuck or is that for OMI? Because OMI, I know OMI on base has liquidity. Chuck, I know, has been having a couple of rough days here. Well, it says the Chuck. Well, maybe because there's no Chuck on base. The Chuck on base liquidity is like 29,000, so that's really low. The Chuck on, oh no, there's two of them. Chuck on base Uniswap V2. Oh, that's okay, and then Chuck on base Uniswap 912. Hey, I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see what Chuck has been doing. I don't know. There's no way they have 912,000, but maybe they do. Oh, they're down again. Or that $5.2 million market cap. Oh, but yeah, I have no idea. OMI on base should be. I'll check the OMI and see if it's on that end. See what went wrong with the liquidity. There shouldn't be. Yeah, 409,000 liquidity. Yeah, fine. I don't really see anything wrong with that. I love these streams, like comparable to Mr. Beast. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. As always, the Randy, no problem. Randy's the Mr. Beast. I'm gonna take a picture of that. I don't think I'll ever get 1 billion subscribers, but maybe I can get 100,000, 1 million, maybe one day. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. Goodbye, guys. Meow, meow. Thanks for hanging. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. I can be